What's up, guys? We're here with Steven Sharif. Is that how you pronounce it?
Steven Sharif, yep.
Creator, developer, just the god of Ash's creation over here. I mean, I'm living vicariously through this man right here.
Yes.
I've thrown more money at this game than any other game ever before.
Okay.
My wife is probably going to kill me, but she knows. I mean, you're doing what almost every gamer, I think, wants to do, is make an MMO, because there's so many games out there that just don't get it right.
Right.
And like, it's so frustrating.
I 100% agree with you. Like, my entire beginning, before I even got into Intrepid Studios and created Ashes of Creation, was I was sitting there behind a computer frustrated, thinking to myself, why are they doing this? Why don't they do this? And I just finally got so fed up, and I had the ability to do it myself, that I decided to do that.
That's like I said, everybody's dream. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably had that dream. So you'd be like, I can do it better.
Yes.
So we're gonna find out here, and they have done an amazing job. So you were telling me earlier that just in 3 months you built the entire PAX demo, all that combat, all the animations, everything. Just 3 months, guys.
Yes.
He built this whole thing. I mean, that is insane.
Our team worked really hard over the past 90 days, kind of really building this PAX demo, both the arena and the open world experience. Yes, we've technically been in production since February of 2016. However, a lot of that was getting the design architecture work done, but not a lot of the code was in yet, right? And we just kind of started putting that stuff in come just after our Kickstarter, because we knew we wanted to make a hard push for PAX to kind of display here, look, we're not your average Kickstarter game. We are here actually showing you something that is playable and fun and gives you a pretty good taste of what the game's going to be like.
Yeah, no question about it. Like, I've demoed the game, and it is fun. It is a lot of fun. I did the PvE experience. I haven't dipped my feet into the PvP yet, but I'm sure it's going to be a blast. I have heard and seen some of the reviews online from Twitch, Reddit, Discord, all there. It seems like, though, the online feedback is a little more negative. Whereas you talk to people here, it seems almost all positive. So I think it may be something that you have to actually get your hands on and actually feel.
It is, absolutely. I mean, here's the big thing about a pre-alpha experience. I mean, this is an entirely iterative process, meaning we're going to go through many different changes as we bring it out to alpha and beta. And the big part of making a quick time event or combat kind of situation more fluidic and comfortable is that UI aspect, right? I mean, we don't want people looking down on the screen or anything like that away from the visuals of the game. So we're going to have a highly customizable way that players can move around each individual element of the UI. They can change it from a bar to a circle. They can basically make it the way that they want to and feel good with it. Obviously, we're going to take into account feedback, but honestly, from here, everyone has been extremely positive with this combat system, with the world, with the graphics, with the characters and the skills that are being played. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I was shocked to see some of the skills and the animation that came up, and I'll get it. I was disappointed with how the cleric held their staff thing. I was like, dude, that sucks. But hey, pre-alpha, I cannot complain. And then, I mean, that is just stunning.
Thank you.
So let's move on. So I'm a huge economy guy. I think you're kind of familiar with that.
Yes.
I love economies and markets. So to my knowledge, these economies are all going to be kind of local based. There's not going to be a global auction house or anything like that.
Absolutely. That is correct. There's no global auction house. There's no global warehouse. Markets exist locally. They are regionalized. You have to transit goods from region to region. If you want to craft something in region A, it's likely going to require resources from region C, and you're going to have to move it through region B to get there, right? And that's going to be risky. We want this game to have risk versus reward. You know, we want people to actually cherish and have satisfaction with their rewards. You know what I mean? So it should be risky.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you thought about the whole mailing things? Because that brings, like, if it's a local economy, you really can't do just like instant mailing of items.
Right.
Is that something that you're thinking of, just like axing and like kind of no mailing?
Yep. Because we're regionalized, there's not going to be any mailing of items.
Yeah, because you could sit alts in different towns.
Right.
Just be like, mail, and kind of get around the whole system.
Yep.
So, good news, guys. He's thought of that. You know, he's a gamer. He knows. We're going to explain everything.
It's like, oh my God, I forgot about that.
And then, so this leads to another question I was concerned about. It's like, so for example, on the nodes, do you roughly know how many nodes the world's going to have?
I can't tell you that right now. Not yet.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously we have a number in our head. we're going to be building some alphas and betas with that number in mind. But the scope of the project with regards to the size of the map and the amount of nodes that are going to be present, we want to aim for around an 8,000 person concurrent user base on per server basis, and we're going to have to play with some of those numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can still kind of get into this question. So think of nodes as like states, guys, for the United States. If you're in, say, California, what reason is it going to be for me to go to New York and like interact with that node over there? Since, I mean, obviously there's going to be trade routes between kind of semi-local ones, but what's going to make me want to go to like super far off to a different node?
So each node is going to have its own types of services, basically, and those services are going to be dependent on a few things. One, the stage that it's advanced to. Two, the type of node there is. There's 4 types of node. The decisions that the local player government has made with regards to offering certain services, and the affiliation that it has with different nodes. Nodes can have affiliations. They can be allies, they can be enemies, they can be neutral to each other. And that type of affiliation will unlock certain services that are available to the citizen of the node that has the affiliation in sister nodes, in other nodes. So it's going to incentivize you to kind of move throughout the world to interact with different places, because you're going to have that option of quest lining through your citizenship of what node you're a part of.
Okay, so you're saying there's probably going to be quests to taking you from way across across the world.
Yes, and the nodes are interconnected in that sense. Like when one node pops up somewhere and a city's there, it's going to have quest arcs that lead you to other nodes and the other places that pop up.
Okay, awesome, because I was kind of worried about that. I'm like, most people are going to kind of, I think, get into a groove and like, okay, I live in California, I'm going to build California up, because I mean, that's kind of what you're doing. You're building it up from the, I forget the stages, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to the metropolis level. And like, why leave? You know, why go to something else? And that also leads into like expansions. And so when you release new content, of course, you're going to have to feed new quest lines and new things over there to get people interested in going over to the new areas that have unlocked and everything.
Right, yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's going to be quest lines that unlock relating to other nodes, and that will take people across the world. Yeah.
So I saw with the PvE experience here, there was a lot of like dialogue with different options. Is that something that you're going to go back to? Because I know you're a huge like, what is it, D&D?
I'm a D&D and Pathfinder player, absolutely, yeah. I love story, I love lore, and I want story and lore to be a very integral part of your experience in Ashes of Creation. It's a factor of emergence, right? Like that kind of plays towards your immersion in the world. And we just announced, actually, our composer is Bear McCreary, who's an amazing composer. And when we include music and visuals and story together, you can get lost in a world. And that's what I want people to do, get lost in Ashes of Creation.
Yeah, I mean, it's so gorgeous that you don't want to leave Ashes of Creation. Are you gonna have anything kind of like? I know some games have it like, hey, you played for 4 hours, take a break. I think you're gonna have to do that.
That might be a legal requirement. I think so. Yeah.
So, any other big news out of the live streams like today and yesterday? Because I've been enjoying PAX myself. I haven't heard what's going on here per se. So anything?
So we announced our composer Bear McCreary. We have our Alpha Zero date is December 15th, 2017.
Awesome.
So this year we're able to pull it off. And our third announcement is the name of the world is Vera. We are going back to the planet Vera, which is your home world.
Okay, awesome. Wow, so Alpha Zero, guys, so make sure that you sign up on their website, because you can get Alpha Zero completely free if you win their raffle. So make sure you sign up on their website. Nothing, all you need is email address. Do that, guys. I mean, completely free to check it out. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Love it. I can't wait to see more, and I'm just shocked and amazed that you are here at PAX already. Like, I've told some people that this does not feel like a Kickstarter at all. This feels like a AAA studio. Is that kind of what you're going for?
Well, that's really who I've hired. I have hired people who are absolute veterans in the industry that know what they're doing, who have been through the block on MMORPG specifically. And, you know, we don't have that indie feel because we're people that have experience.
Yeah, and like, you have the money to back it up too. Like, you said something on the Kickstarter that resonated with a lot of people, and I think a lot of people may have missed it. He's like, if this game doesn't release, I will refund you your money.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, people are like, huh? He's that rich? He's got that much money? And he's like, you said
well,
something.
The important thing about the crowdsourcing was that we did it not for funding. We did it because we wanted community development and we wanted marketing, honestly.
Yeah, it was all hype, right?
It wasn't, I don't like this word hype, but it was
hype, guys.
Listen, when you're a brand new startup with a brand new IP, you need to get the word out there. Absolutely. And Kickstarter is one of those platforms, honestly. So it was just a no-brainer to go that way. And yeah, you know, the refund thing was, Kickstarter had a stigma, and I wanted people to know that this isn't your average Kickstarter. We are somebody who has actually funded, and we're going to complete this project with your guys' help.
So, okay, one last question. Combat.
Yes.
I know you said it's about 20% roughly right now. Where do you see it going in the future? Do you think we'll see kind of like almost a fully polished version of combat in 2018 for like the alpha and the beta for like the Kickstarters? That's what you're targeting.
I believe we'll see a very close to complete combat product with state of polish near the end of 2018. Yeah, I believe
Awesome.
we'll hit that. Yeah.
And so, like, what does it look like in your vision? Can you give us a more...
My combat that I want to see players have a choice in is when they're building out their skill tree, they will be able to choose from more tab target oriented skills or from more action oriented skills. So you can tailor your experience as a player towards one or the other, because I know people kind of have a desire to do one or the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can mix the two together. I want it to be strategic. I want it to require movement and situational awareness. I want combat to feel fluid and comfortable.
So the time to kill, because I know some people were like, it looks slow, looks sluggish. So the time to kill, you're going to keep that pretty high?
Yeah, I would say it's not really high right now compared to a few games that I played. It may get a little bit faster. Obviously, part of being pre-alpha is developing those skills and trying to balance them very quickly without any iterative process or playtesting, so to speak, right? I mean, this is quite literally before our friends and family. So, you know, we kind of just ran with these numbers. I mean, I made these numbers kind of from my experience as a gamer, and we just kind of put it into blueprints. So, you know, it's working out okay. I might want it to be a little bit faster when it comes to kill times, but I think that's pretty close to what it's
But I mean, keeping it like this allows a lot of strategic gameplay.
It does, absolutely.
So I mean,
yes.
That's one thing, like, I personally like it how it is, or even a little bit like higher time to kill, because it allows you to counter react. It's not like one shot you're dead, or you got lucky critical you're dead. It's like, it's more strategic. It's different. It's not.
It's gonna stay around this feeling. Like when I was putting the numbers in, it was meant to be this amount of time. It might get a tiny bit faster, but it's pretty relatively going to stay.
And of course, I mean, right now you're seeing a lot of gameplay of people that have no idea
what
how
they're
to play.
doing.
I mean, he's saying this is before the friends and family, and I thought we were friends, my friend. But he hasn't even let me play this before Pax. Like, come on!
I'm so sorry. We are friends. That's why you're here, the friends and family.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys so much, Stephen, Sharif.
Thank you.
I will talk guys later. Thank you for your time, and good luck, guys. I will follow this continuously, and there'll be a lot of Ashley creation content here. I can't wait to show you more. Thank you, guys.